day instead of trying to build a brick wall. Just lay a brick every day. Eventually, you look up, you're gonna have a brick wall.
I never been one of the people that could be comfortable being careless. Some people, I notice the quality that they don't have that. They just don't have the I guess the pressure on themselves. You know, they just have a little bit of a comfort that I don't have. I don't feel comfortable unless I know I went above and beyond with my preparation. The things that possibly could happen, if I ain't take real steps to prevent those things, I'm not comfortable. I can't walk around, you know, charismatic and happy. Nah, I gotta make sure, you know, we setting up some type of wealth, because we might have a little bag right now, but we know a lot of people had a bag right now and they ended up bad. We got a core business, which is for me music, but then it's about building an enterprise around it. And I think, you know, that's what we see Jay-Z has done. That's what we see Puff has done. The music don't become how you pay the bills. It's a lot of pressure off of it. You got other things bringing in income. You can make music solely as an artist. You know, I was always a hustler. So when I talk to a young dude, I'm like, bro, my advice to you is gonna be money advice. I don't gonna get philosophical.
Right.
Bro, get you some money, you're gonna feel different.
Straight up.
You might even, all that other advice I could have gave you, this is the short version. You know, get you a couple dollars, man, you're gonna feel different.
Obviously, having a passion for music since day one, the dream and the vision was to, you know, start a label and start a music movement, a music brand. And then just thinking like, as a chess player, you know, assuming that we would have success in music, the next thing became, dang, what we do next? And just looking at the blueprint that people like Jay and Puff laid, we like want to, you know, offer our opinion into fashion. Yeah, so the actual brand, the name of the brand obviously is the Marathon, and it just stands for endurance. It stands for staying down. It stands for like not quitting, accepting the ups and downs of whatever game you commit yourself to, and riding it out, you feel me? Because, you know, that's the reality of, you know, success or greatness, that it come with a roller coaster ride, you know? So I think that anybody could apply the Marathon concept to what they do, if it's sports, if it's fashion, if it's music, if it's hustling, whatever. You're on a marathon, you know? So to make that the basis of our, you know, fashion line, I look at it like, you know, we honor the people that ain't quit. We honor the people that stay down.
You know, I be juggling. You know what I'm saying? I juggle a lot. I play a lot of positions. You know what I mean? So, my mentality when I do start to be like, damn, this is a lot. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, you know, that's what it's supposed to feel like. If you are going toward what the vision look like, and that's like greatness. That's, you know, on multiple levels. That's the vision that I'm working toward. So I'm like, I just think about that. Like, this shit ain't supposed to feel, you know, comfortable. It's supposed to be uncomfortable. It's supposed to stretch you. It's supposed to be a burden to a degree. And you gotta, you know, wrap your mind around that and accept it and embrace it. And you catch some wisdom off of that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, get the walls. Nah, you know what I'm saying? We used to have the studio set up here, you know what I mean? And just motivation on the wall, you know what I mean? We brainstorm, round table. A lot of times if we ain't at the studio, we ain't at the shop, we come on Madden, you know what I'm saying? You gotta all money in, you know, stay focused. Quitting is not an option. 6 O's make $1 million. Big money only. You know, talk about it, be about it. You know what I mean? How hard are you really going? Different things that you wake up to, you know what I mean? When you're on this marathon. Words is powerful, you know? And I think that the ability to articulate, you know, you can really impact people. I think as human beings, everybody has a natural gift and a natural passion, but then you go outside and you get influenced and you feel pressure from what's going on outside. And so, you know, I read one time, like, would you rather be at war with yourself and at peace with the world, or at peace with yourself and at war with the world? And that was powerful.
Man, most important thing, number one, is you gotta get rid of doubt. If you got doubt in what you're doing, it's not gonna work. You know what I'm saying? And the way to do that is you have a plan. Because if you got a plan, it's not like just a pipe dream. You have a step-by-step list of things to do to get to your goal. If you don't have that, it's very hard to really have faith in what you're doing. Because soon as something pop up, it's gonna look like the end all. But if you got a game plan of everything you need to do, you know, one thing pop up, well, I still gotta do this, and that, so this ain't gonna stop me. You know what I'm saying? Another thing pop up, Well, shit, I accomplished this 2 things. Since my last obstacle, I only got 3 more things to do. Let me keep pushing. Fuck it. Pretty soon you attain your goal, and then you create another one. But without a game plan, without a strong sense of faith in what you're doing, it's gonna be real hard to accomplish anything. And I know, it's a lot of obstacles out here. Family, baby mamas, the legal system, trouble with the law. Your homeboys being involved in a crab in the bucket syndrome, where you making moves and starting to make your way out. People start trying to attach themselves to you and really become weight. Extra weight. And sometimes it's like kamikaze. They blow themselves up trying to stop you. So you gotta have faith in what you're doing and not take no for an answer. You'll get it. It'll be a long run, but you'll get it for sure. You gotta go hard. You gotta believe in yourself. You gotta have a sense of humor. And know that bullshit is gonna happen. You can't be too serious about it, too emotionally affected when bullshit happens. You have to just stick to the script, believe, have overwhelming confidence, be your own biggest fan, your own biggest believer, and put it on your back and carry the weight. You feel me?
Success to me, I say it a lot, it's just being able to do what you love to do and support yourself off of it. Live your dream and do what you love to do every day. So I'm successful in my eyes, 'cause I don't sell dope, I don't go to work, but I do music and I love to do it. And that's all I had to do to maintain.
Number one, I just feel better, homie. I sleep better, you know what I mean? I got a level of I'm at peace with what I'm doing. I feel good about what I'm waking up doing and about my lifestyle. At one point, I wasn't proud of my lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't content with what I was doing on a day-to-day basis. I wasn't happy with that. So it was eating at me. Even though I'd be on the surface, cool and straight, deep down I knew that this wasn't the direction of what I need to be doing. Now I wake up with the feeling that I'm going in the direction that I'm here for. Like what I'm on this planet for, I'm doing it.
When you don't have resources, you in survival mode. So being in survival mode automatically rules out a lot of things because you don't care about morality, because you don't experience morality. You experience, the need to survive. You don't experience, fairness. You don't experience planning for the future. You just experience my ribs touching. You know what I mean? And it's better me than you. And, it's a survival instinct that kick in. So I think once you get out of the survival mode, your morals come back closer to your daily decision making. You start thinking about what's right, what do I believe in. But until you get out of survival mode, you ain't got time to be worrying about right and wrong. You worrying about bottom line. You know what I mean? By any means necessary. So I think that economics is the answer. Empowering people economically is how you really, really impact. But I don't know if it's about dropping a bag of money in the hood. I think it's about impacting culture in a way that, the mentality changes. I couldn't make a blanket statement to just the young people doing dirt. I don't think that's honest. You know what I mean? It's context for everything. Nothing happens in a vacuum, But I would say that, you know what I mean? You're going to lay in the bed you make. You're not going to get away with nothing in terms of the energy. You know what I mean? You might beat the camera or the police. They might not catch you for what you're doing, but the energy is always going to return to you. So when you just living in this cycle of being negative all day and just putting out negativity and that's the only energy you putting out, it's going to return to you in different form than you put it out in. So I would just say, master your energy. Do your best to master your energy and what you put out, and unless that's what you want, because you entitled to whatever you want to create, whatever experience you want to create for yourself. But if you're tired of that shit, adjust the energy. You know what I mean? As best you can. Adjust what you wake up thinking and what you say. And then lastly, what you do. And that's not an easy thing to do because it's such a pressure in these areas to just go by the way things are. But, it's a lot of examples that you could look up to as young kids in the streets. You could look up to Kendrick Lamar. Not the words, forget what he's saying, just where he came from. I seen you could YouTube him freestyling in the Nicholson Garden Projects. You could look up to a Nip Hussle. You could look up to any one of these guys that came from this hopelessness and wiggled their way through it. You know what I mean? And you could reverse engineer what they did. Look at the steps. What happened?
The example I would like to set is on my demonstration. Like, yeah, you can get it. It wasn't no outlet for me. I was on Crenshaw and Sloss and I created an outlet. My trunk. You feel what I'm saying? Everything is cheap. The camera we filming this interview on is probably less than $200. You know what I mean? So you can definitely touch people for a small amount of money if that's what you want to do. It's no longer a $10,000 camera, $200,000 studio. It's not that day and age is over with. The playing field is level. So if you got an idea and a game plan and you want to do something, you can really do it. That's my example I said. All my original goals, I met them. I had goals as somebody coming out the street. So I didn't have a hell of a entertainment set of goals. I never wanted to win a Grammy. That was not my goal coming out the street. Them is music goals now that I'm in the music game. That was never my goal. I never thought about selling 1 million records. I thought about, doing something legit to make my money and being able to, not worry about when I heard the helicopter late at night thinking they was coming to kick the door down. I was like, I read an article that Joel Santana made $15,000 a show. I don't know if it was true or not, but I'm like, damn, you can make $15,000 a show. That's how I was thinking at that time. Like, what we did as teenagers to make $15,000, you get a lot of years for it.
Absolutely.
So, you could go do a tour where you make that every night. And then I remember looking at every state, like it's 50 states. If I could sell 1,000 units in each state, indie, at $8 a unit, I could make somewhere near $500,000 if I just figure out how to do that. And that was my little entry level goal. So, we established and accomplished them things early and I had to redevelop my goals. Now that I was in the game and I learned niggas get $1 million a show, niggas get $500,000 a show. I didn't know that. I didn't know that, I knew, but I didn't think that it was realistic that you could really sell millions and millions of records and become a global brand. So as I became exposed to these situations, met these people that performed on that level and you ain't no smarter than me. You know what I'm saying? You just in a position. You just, you sitting in a space where you can execute on that level. You know what I mean? I start reestablishing what my goals were. One thing I noticed about myself, I think, thoughts is powerful in all facets. Because even my career, even my life, things end up turning out exactly how I visualized them. Not in this time frame I expected. You know what I'm saying? You always want shit to happen overnight. Mm-hmm. But, I just had clear visions. Obviously outside of my girl. I just mean in music and hustling and just how I viewed myself as an adult when I was a young dude coming up. And your thoughts powerful. That shit, come to life if you stick to your script. Creative destruction, a risky business, and going against the grain. The reasonable man adapts himself to the world. The unreasonable one persists in trying to adapt the world to himself. Therefore, all progress depends on the unreasonable man. It's radicals, you know what I'm saying?